The only thing that we have learned how to make the Express application, then we see how we can save the data inside our array, and then we also in the last this week different lectures we see that how we can save the data inside the database. Now we will do a practice for that and then see each and every step that how we are going to do it, and then we will also try to apply the Bootstrap CSS, okay, and then how we can handle that thing. So first of all, I'm just trying to make that because we are working on that book, on that book part, you remember in the last week book information that we save in the. So now we will try to use that book db service, okay, and then I just open that. I have this Bootstrap files, I just copy this thing from here and put that inside my here, and then here I okay, let me I open that one inside the Visual Studio Code, okay, and I make another folder here that is public, and then move that Bootstrap inside it, okay. So now this public folder contain the Bootstrap, and we want to create a file here that is called index.html. Shift 1, you know, book db service, and here I just put h1, and then I say that book db
inside the public vector.
Yes, manipulation using Express and MySql, okay. So we have that MySql. Now what we need to do, we need to open that. Let me bring it here so that whenever we are going to come down here, so where is my, here it is, this is our MySql PHP admin, and then we want to create a new database. So first of all I need to go to the local server, then I say a database, I will say bookdb, just the name for the name of that database. So I say that bookdb and create it. So it has created book, book not ed but db. So let me, if I can rename it, no, but let me check, otherwise we can delete it. And no, where's the book db? Okay, we say server, then we look at the databases, then go to the booked, and I say I want to drop this one. Yes, it will delete that database for me. Sorry. Yeah, I book db, okay, and then create it. So it's created a book db database for us. Now from the MySql point of view, we have created a database, and then what we need to do, we need to initialize it inside our code. So we come into our main folder and then create that bookapp.js. Now before we can do anything, we need to install Express, we need to install MySql. Yeah, so what I need to do, open the terminal. Now this terminal automatically, when we are opening in the Visual Studio, it automatically opens the same folder, okay. Even we can check it, working directory, it is actually a book service. So we are in that folder, and then we say npm. First of all we need to init dash yes. So it will initialize, create that package JSON for us, okay. This is a package JSON for us, it create, you can go and change the description, then whatever you want you can do it. Yes.
Can you record this?
Yeah, we are recording each of it, okay. Now what I need to do, I need to install two things here. What is Express, and the second one is the MySql. So I say npm I I mean install express. It will install the express. No. Okay. Sudo npm I actually I am trying to resolve that thing that you do not need to give the super user do. Okay, but it say that you can't have the permission to create the folder and blah blah blah, so that is the reason. So now it is done. So now if you look at that in the dependency, automatically it added this part. It was not there before the installation. Okay, so it's put that we have a dependency on the express. Now we also need to install the npm and keep an eye on that part. It will automatically add the MySql dependency as well here. I need to do sudo su super user do npm I and MySql. So look at that, it automatically add that MySql dependency in that. So that is the purpose of the package.json. Later on I can just simply delete that module. I can just run the npm install. It will install all the dependencies, so we don't need to share that node underscore module folder when we are sharing the code with the other people. Okay, so what we need to do, install constant express is equal to require express. Then we also say constant MySql is equal to require MySql, and then we need to create express app is equal to express. So we are creating that application. Is it clear?
So Victor, now the app.js and the package are
But
outside the public file, right?
yeah, they are in the main folder.
Yes.
That book app.js is inside the main folder.
Yes.
Okay, this is a public thing which is going to be sent to the client without any question,
Yes.
For example, this index.html, and then we can simply say app.listen on which port, 3000, and then I just put a message that console.log listening on port 3000. Press Control plus C to stop the server. Okay? Yes. This is a lambda notation to write a function. So we can also write something like this. So we can say function like this, and then we can just put that one up to here into a no. So either you write use function parameter list, and then, or you can write a lambda function. So it is a one and same. If you are more familiar, more comfortable using this, okay. So now if I just try to run again, I will use the node mon rather than node, and then I say book app.js when I run it. So look at that, it's telling me that press Ctrl C to stop the server is running. And if I just go back to my here, it will show me that right now we have not implemented anything. So what I need to do, remember, if I just go send the serve the static, so I will just try to see the other files here, here, this one. These are required to handle the request body. Remember, request body, and then if we are sending the information through the form, then we need to also enable that we can understand the the encoded body, and then we can use it. So first of all, let me add that one over there, here. This, when we are sending the get request is okay. When we are sending the post request, we are sending the body, and to interpret the body, to read the information out of the body, we need the JSON. And then because that body, if we are sending it through the form, it becomes encoded. So to uncode it, we need to tell the Express that we are using some plugins which are already there inside the Express, but we need to show that we are using them. If we don't do that, then we will not be able to write, request dot body dot whatever that data. We cannot do that. We cannot read that body like that.
So that's why we import these.
So we are not importing, we are using them in our application. Okay. And the next thing that we want to do, we want to send this public folder as it is to the client. And then everything that is inside it, that will become a route in our application. / automatically open that index. Right now, if I look into that one, it says that I cannot get, there is nothing has been, because we have not implemented anything like this. App.get and then / and then we can write a function. If you're not comfortable with the and lambda notation, you can say write function, and then I say request and response, and then write it like that. No problem, we can do that. Because we have not implemented anything. If I just say response.send and then say hello world and save it, it will restart my server. When I come back here and then do that, look, I'm getting that hello world.
Doctor, at this point you will presumably make the CRUD operation in this file.
Sorry?
The CRUD operation.
Yes, everything is inside file, because that is our server. So server is going to communicate with the database, get the data and send to the client, and then client can process it, or you can put that into a HTML file and send it back. There are different ways. Is it clear? So let me make it like that. We have not implemented any kind of a route yet, and if I refresh my server, it says we cannot get anything. Now what I will do, I will just say that I am going to use the app.use express.static, and then I say underscore directory name plus / public, that. Sorry? Yeah, I will explain. So if I look that I want to send the server something, where is that? Did I using connect? Okay, we are connecting to DB, and then once we are connected, we are creating the functions. We will create all those things, but here. So what we are doing, we are saying here that we want to serve some static contents which are not going to change. And then what we are saying, whatever in this public folder, that will be sent to the client. It will become the routes. So if I just say that, it will make the route /index.html. It will also make a route /bootstrap/ we have two files here. One is the JS file, other one is the CSS file. Okay, so it will create 3 different routes in our application. Now if I save it, and automatically node monitor is automatically restarting my server. Now if I just go back here, it will open that index.html for me. Making sense so far? Because whenever we are opening this thing here, either I can write index.html, it will open the same thing, and if I don't write anything, automatically what it will do, it will look for the index file. If it exists in that folder or in that place, in that route, it will open it. So that is the name. If I change the file name to something different, for example, if I just come back here and I said I want to rename it, for example, index main, and save it, and I just come back here into the Bootstrap, save that file, it will restart my server. And now if I just try to open it, it said no, index file will be served. But if it is not the index file, index.js, index.php, index.html. Okay. If it is not, it is not going to serve that one by default. So this is a default behavior. Of course, you can change it. You can go into the settings of your web server settings, and then you can change that particular behavior. You say, I want to open main.html file, or you can give a list. So that is something you can do that. Let me rename it again. Remove that main. Save it. Now what we want to do? We want to create a books table inside our, first of all we want to connect it. So I just copy this thing, creating a database connection with my creating a connection. So MySql connect database, localhost yes, root yes, okay, but here bookdb database that we have created here, this one, we said that we want to connect with the bookdb. Okay, and then what we want to do, we want to connect it. So we can say db dot connect, and in case of error, again we have a callback function. So what it will do, it will try to connect with that database, and once that connection has been made or that connection has been failed, it will call this function. And what is that function? That will take an error message. If error, throw error. If it is not an error, it means that we have successfully connected with our database. So we can say console.log that database connection is successful. DB connection is successful. Yeah, there's not yet. We have a data in our database or not. We have created a database. We are trying to connect it. It will create a connection. If it is successful or not, we can check. So we are say db.connect. So again, if I just come back here and then refresh my page and then come back here, look, it said that db connection is successful. It means that we are connected with that database. Now in that database, we want to create a table. So let's again just copy paste that things, creating a table. So we are creating a table in the database if it does not exist already. So we want to create a table, book or books, ID auto increment, name not name, I say title, varchar, maybe I say that I want 400 characters. Then I say that what I want, I have author, again varchar, and because author can be, okay, maybe I say 500 characters. Then I say year when it is published. So I have opened this, take a liberty to open that MySql database data types. We have the character, we have varchar, we have binary, we have variable binary, we have tiny blob, but now we are looking for something which is the integer. So in the tiny int, we need something which is what? Which is a number between a small integers that is range from -124 to no, this is not going to work for us. Small integer that is between this and this, so we can say small int. Okay, small int. Okay, so we can say small int. Next, we have the year, then we have ISBN, ISBN, and remember that ISBN before 1st January 2007 it was a 10 character long, but since 2007 1st January it is at 13 character long. So I say that it is a varchar 13 variable character length. So it can be less, but maximum length is 13 characters. Okay, so ISBN. So now we have ID, we have title, we have author, we have year, we have ISBN information, and that's our digits only. Now that is something which is like data validation.
Doctor,
Yes,
create table code will be given in the TT command.
understand that first. Okay, create create table. If it exists, then it will not create that table. Okay, so now we have just writing a string. And why I am using this thing, this, instead of using this single quote or double quotes, I am using this tick mark, so that allow me to go into the multiple lines to write that. It make that code more readable for us and understandable. So, and the other thing is, if we want to use something, if I have a variable here, for example, let x or n is equal to 10. Okay, so I can, if I want to use it, I can just simply use dollar and put that one, and I put the value of n, so automatically it will put that thing over there. For example, if I just put 13 here, and then I, instead of putting the 13 here by us, we are saying that put the blank. So automatically it will replace the value of n with 13, and that will complete the code.
If I use a single quote, I cannot go multiple lines.
Sorry?
If I use a single quote, I cannot go multiple lines.
Yeah. That, then if you want to add, concatenation, you add two strings together, you need to plus sign and all, but here we don't need to. Even we can use the variable names, dollar sign in the curly brackets, put a dollar sign, and in the variable name we can use it inside. So we don't need to have, make that plus concatenation and processing. So we don't need to do that. And then we are saying that run that query, that SQL query that we have created, run it on our server, database server. And in case, again, that is a callback function. If I do function, then it means that I need to remove that arrow. So I say, I want to run this callback function. Oh, no, this is a callback function. So whenever it will go and run this query, once this query has been executed, doesn't matter it's successful or unsuccessful. Okay, executed. Once it is, that process, that executing the query at the database server is finished, it will call this callback function. This is our callback function. Here in this one, this is also a callback function. So that is, callback function we are assigning, and then we are telling that which function you can call. Okay, so now we can say throw, if this, we can say that books table is created. But we have created this function. Yes, did we executed this so far? No. So what we need to do, we need to call that function, create, not student function, let me change the name here, book table, and then I can say create book table. Now I have executed this code. Otherwise we have just created a function is not going to be executed by default itself. Here we are saying db.connect, so we are writing an executable line, so it is try to connect. Here mysql.create connection, so here we're writing the executable lines, we are not creating a function. When we create a function, it is not going to be executed by itself, so we need to call it first. Okay, now what we need to do, add data in the table. Again, rather than reinventing, I just have that thing, and I will just try to put that, this one, and then we can adopt it to our. So first of all, we want to insert books data. We are going to read from the books. Make sure that we are reading from the books table, and then run this query on the table, and it will give me error, result, or fields. If there is an error, it means that we are unable to run that query due to any reason. Maybe you don't have a permission, you are using a username and password which is username which does not have a permission to access that book, that table. So that is also another possibility. Yes.
So if there's an error when I'm putting the table on it, does it say in the code what's the error?
Yes. So that's why I say throw the error. When I say throw the error, it will actually print that whole thing, where that error is, why it is error, permission access, and something like that. So of course we need to figure out what the problem is, and then we can solve it. So throw the error. It will throw. Okay, let me check. I will say that instead of book, I will write the students. Okay, so now you say book table is created. So when I say students, then see, it will be an error because students table does not exist over there. We are trying to read it from there. So what will happen? It will throw an error. So and we will see. Okay.
Can you explain the second line? Let QDS.
We are writing. We are creating select a static from the students table.
Okay, I mean, what mean that select?
Any everything.
It is a SQL query.
Okay.
Database SQL structured query language. So you already have studied the database course, so you should know that.
I know, but
Okay.
I mean
So this is a simple variable, is a string type variable which contain that query. And now we are just executing the query, and if there's an error, throw the error. Okay. Now I need to call it. Before I can change it, I will just want to show you that how it is show me the error. So I need to call that. What is the name of the function? Insert books. I'm just calling it. Now you can look.
We have two errors.
It is giving me the error. And what is the error? It say that throw on this one, this, look, it is giving me the error message. So does not exist. Inside the book DB, the students object or students table does not exist. Okay. So what I need to do, I mean, of course we know that it will throw the error. Reason that we don't have that books students table inside it. Yes.
We have two errors, right? Because if the values doesn't match the values we have given above.
Where it is writing two errors.
The data
Because
here
the
are
data
correct.
is not like the values we wrote for the books.
Yeah, I mean,
We're going to do it.
right now I just show you how the error is going to be displayed and how you can read it.
If I insert it null,
I mean, of course, if now I try to insert it something, then it will say that, name field does not exist, gender field does not exist. Okay, we can just try it again. Save, and look, it say that now the error will change. What is that? That the books.db.
insert into student.
So now look at that. It is say that now it say insert into. I am just trying to insert that students does not exist. Table booked id dot student does not exist. First of all, we are saying that here. If we say books, we are still trying to insert into the students. So now if I just go back here, now it will give me a different message here. It say that name is not in the list of the field or the column name inside the books table. So of course, so what is that? Title. Then we have authors or author. Okay. And then we have the year, and then we have the ISBN. Now accordingly we need to give the name, the values here. Title is a string, so we need to provide a string here. So we can say that web development, and who is the author? A. Malik. Year 2023, and then we need to give the ISBN. ISBN is again a string, and varchar 13, maximum is 13. Now I will just also try to give 14 character and see how respond to me. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 1 2 3. So that is 13 character. If I put 14 here, then we will see. And then I will just try to, here I bring my cursor here, and then I say shift option and down. It will start copying this thing. Okay, we don't need the comma at the last. And then because we are putting the 14 characters, alt option and this, this is shift alt and down arrow. Shift alt down arrow. For on the Mac it is shift option and down arrow. Okay, so now I am giving the on the first I give the 13. So now again it is giving me the error. So it say that, and then what is the error here? It is telling me that ISBN at row number 1 data too long for the column. So we get different type of errors if we want to add it. So now I just try to web development programming 1.
ISBN unique, so if it's duplicated, it will give an error.
Sorry?
I can make the ISBN unique, like an if statement. So if someone put duplicated ISBN, it will.
Duplicated?
Yeah.
Again, we have a way how we can handle that thing. We can also put, because ISBN is also unique, we can put an index on that one.
Yeah.
Or make it a unique file, unique thing. Then automatically database is telling me that something. Okay, let check. Let me check. So we can say Anmar has written down the book on the again 23, or maybe I can just say that what 24. Then I say that programming 2, that is written by Walid, Walid, that is written in 2020. He is an experienced person. And then I also try to change from 2 to 4 and then 5, and then we will see that if I am giving the repeated thing, and then what is that? So we can say that operating systems, and then it is also Tannenbaum, my favorite author, that was written in 2015. And then I am going to use the same, which is the first one, so that we can see that what's the problem is. So let me remove that part, just this. And what I need to do, I need to go into I need to see how we can write the unique, how we can write the uniqueness.
It's unique.
Yeah, I mean, I also think unique, but what I need to do, I just need to go here, and then I need to say unique. So it will make sure that this value is unique inside it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then we will see. How now the first book and the last book, they have the unique values. So when I do that, but what I need to do first, I need to go into my database and drop that table. Here I say that I want to drop that table, because it has been created with the previous definition. So now I have included the unique. Let's see that if it is working or not. So again, book table is created. We have called this book as well. So we have this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 1 2 3. It does not give me any error.
I think we need to add the if statement.
Okay, no, I'd say that yes, drop the table. Yes, drop the table. It has not dropped the table yet. So now I just Control S. So now I say that. Now we have the error. And what is that? The duplicate entry, because now we say unique, so we cannot put this one here. So what we need to do, I need to make it 6. So when I do that, and of course it is already added the data inside it. So now the data is not coming back here. So let me again drop the table, go to table. Again, if you want to see the information, so it has added these operating system, but except that last one, oh yes, it has added that one. So it has added all the rows. So now what we did so far, we have imported the express, we have imported the MySql, then we have created the express application, then we make sure that how we can access the body for the post and the put request, and we can process them, and then we are serving everything that comes inside our static public directory that is going to be given to the served to the client, sent to the client side. Now we have that bootstrap folder on the client side as well automatically. Okay, is it clear? And then we can apply, we can say that link, what is that, src or href, and then slash bootstrap. Here it is something which we say bootstrap slash bootstrap dot css, and anything else that we
Then start sheet.
rel,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, rel, and then we say style sheet, and then we also say script, we say source, and then again say bootstrap slash, I just try to rename and copy this part from here, close it down, and then put it on here and .js, and then we can close it. So now we have the access to the bootstrap styling and everything. Okay, so even I can say that what you can say that class success texts, remember that how we can
You want group?
yeah, so look, automatically it is applying that to S1.
Okay.
Up to so far, is it clear that we are connecting with the database? Yes.
Every time you make a modification or change in the table, you have to drop it in the database.
If you are changing the structure, then of course you need to drop it and create it again.
Okay.
And if you are just adding the data or deleting the data, then of course you don't need to drop it.
Okay, so
That is something which is like, data is changing in that table.
So if I add like 2 or more 3 books, the data, I don't have to drop.
Yeah, if you do more books of, that's what we are going to do. That's what we are making that application.
Okay.
So in this one, so we can say that I want to see all the data, so I say h1, and then I say class text danger, and then here maybe I will just try to convert that into t2, and then I say that data in the table, in the book table. If I do that, refresh my page here, you can see that one. What I will do, I will just try to put some style padding 50 pixels, and I do that, refresh my page. Now you can see that from all sides it is putting some padding in that one. So we are just like we have learned the CSS styles, we can do everything here. Now we have included the bootstrap as well. The only difference is, rather than starting with the bootstrap slash, so we just slash. Why? Because this everything inside this folder has become a route, so we need to everything start with slash and then whatever the path is. Okay, now we want to see the table here. Okay, what we need to do, I say table, close it down, I say ID, and I say books table, and here okay, book table. This is an ID, okay, and now I want to access, make a request to my application that will give me the data. Okay, so but how we can do that? Did we have implemented a request here? No. So for say app.get, we want to get, and what is that? Slash data slash books. And now we want to write a function which will take the request and response objects, and now we can write something here. What we need to write? Again, let SQL query, and that will become what? Select a static, not d from, that from books table name. Now db dot db dot query, SQL query, run that query, and we have this function, that error and results and fields. Let me remove that fields, see if it is working. If again this is a variable name, you can write err, whatever you want. If it is an error, throw the error. If it is not, it means we have some results. So what do we want to do? We want to send back the results.
Yes.
Response dot send results. So we have sent back the results. We have get request. So on the client side, what we can do? We can write a script here, and then here we can write a function, or maybe you can directly write, or let me write a function here, and then say get books data. It does not take any parameter. Now I say fetch. What I want to fetch? I want to fetch slash data slash books. Yes, in dot, then what we want to, whatever that is coming, we want to convert that into res dot json. We have this index.html file, remember? So we are converting that into the JSON. I just want to make sure we are not using the small one. Yep, JSON, and dot, then what is that? We say data, and again we are using this one. So inside the data we have that results, and that result is actually our, if I just go back here into this one, and then I say slash data slash books, so you can see that actually it is an array, and inside the array we have the objects. Okay, so for d in data, I want to create. First of all, let me, before we can do something, we can say that I say let HTML string is equal to what? tr, and then slash tr. We are starting a row. In the, we are putting a header. The first one is the ID, then close that th. The same thing we are doing for the title. Okay, and then we are th. We also need to have th before that one, and then we say title, author, then what? Let me Control Z, yep, Control Z, Control C, Control V. This is our year,
Year.
and then we have a ISBN. Okay, and then here what we need to do, we say HTML string plus equal to, and again I am using that tick so that we can put that into the multiple lines. So first of all we need to put a tr, then we need to close that tr, come in between here, then we add the first one, first td and slash td. Okay, and then what I need to do, I say d sub 0 dot id, and now I can just say that copy for the title, for the author, for the year, for the,
But they're going to put the dollar sign.
yeah, yes, we need to put a dollar sign and then put this thing, and then we can make it like that. Okay, let me do that. Yes, you are right. Title, author, year and the id. So here I say dot title dot author dot year and dot ISBN.
What mean the
Okay, and once, sorry,
What mean the D0?
that is, look here, it's, we are saying that that is coming down here.
Okay.
Now we need to understand what is coming down here. So let me console dot log, because some, when you don't know, then you need to understand what is the structure. Okay, so I say control D, put that one here. So, and then at the end I'm say document dot get element by id, and remember that we have created this id book table. So we say book table, or maybe I can book table and dot inner HTML, that is equal to this string HTML, HTML string. What is that? HTML string, HTML string. So we have created this one, and then we are putting that one inside this table. Okay, now what I need to do here, come down here, call this get book data table. Now if I just come back here and refresh my page, now you can say undefined, 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 the things are not coming back. Now there is some problem. Okay, remember we put that D0, it, I have put the D value, it does not show me anything. So let me console.log, so we say what data we are getting. Okay, refresh my page and look, we are getting something, that 0, we have id, and look, we are saying that 0, and then we say id 0 1 2 3 4, yes, okay, 0 1 2 3 4, 0 1 2 3 4, and we say id title, that this is an object that is there, and why we are not getting this,
The length
Shouldn't be printed
huh?
0
the
D1.
length you put it.
So we say D0, not okay, yeah, data, and we put D here.
Yes.
From the data we are getting this thing. Okay, so refresh our page. Now we are getting the data.
And divide upper.
Okay, so we have the id is 5 6 7 8 9 10, and
Upper and divide.
then we have author is undefined, So where we are putting something here, AUTHTHOR. If we refresh now, we will get the author as well. We are getting the year, we are getting the ISBN. We can make this table more, better. So what we can say that class table dash bordered, refresh, we get a better option. So now we are applying the CSS. We are getting the data from our database. We are connected with database. Is it fine so far?